shining bright above you. Night.
And thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate it more than you can possibly imagine. We hope you have had a wonderful day. And this section is going to be a little bit of a weekend preview piece, a little bit of a weekend news piece. And we're going to start off with weather. And we're going to run down through the National Weather Service forecast by elevation strata in a couple minutes. But Matt Lee Trent from Bear Valley has a new weather that he released today, a little weather video, and these are always fun and exciting, and he does a great job giving kind of the rundown of some of the high country stuff. So we're going to start off with that, and this is Matt Lee Trent from early this morning, and here we go.
Oh, Fritzy boy didn't make it out. Hey good people, it's Matt Lee Trent coming to you from Bear Valley Mountain Resort on the 4th of February 2021. And oh my gosh, what a stellar day. Check it out behind me. Look at the upper mountain. There is not a cloud. Well, I can see some clouds up there near Tahoe, so they can take it. But it is clear skies above us. Right now, we've got some light winds out of the east up to about 12, 13 miles per hour. And we're going to see the temp rock up to about 34 F today. So it's going to be a gorgeous day. If you're thinking about coming up, you need to. Groomers are happening. I mean, these guys went out last night and just pummeled a bunch of new terrain that we haven't had groomed for a while due to lack of snow. And then we just got hammered with tons of snow, 65 inches to be exact. And that was pretty amazing, that whole storm cycle. Yeah, and then we picked up another 4 inches the other day, so 69, sometime like in about the last 8 days, it has been going off. Power is restored here, as well as most places on Highway 4. A few others are still waiting for it, as well as maybe some phone service like I am on my house. I got power, but no phone. Anyway, it is a gorgeous day. Look forward to seeing you guys up here. We're going to see another beautiful day for Friday tomorrow. The temps are going to increase a little bit, and then by Saturday we can see it right around 41, 42 degrees for the high. Beautiful, beautiful stuff going on. We've got a race event this weekend. It is going to be amazing. You got to check it out, and we've got some other surprises in store with terrain openings and whatnot. I'm just saying, hint, hint. I'm not telling you what it is yet. I think you guys can probably guess, but we got some work to do to set up some more boundaries. So anyway, that's what's going on. Look for the report tomorrow, and I will clue you into those things, but that's what's on the plate. Don't forget to check out our social media sites. Daily, 5 a.m., post my weather, and then you can also see videos right around 7, 8 a.m. typically. Depends on what day it is, and that's what's going on. Remember, Highway 4, easiest access to any ski resort on the western slope of the Sierra Nevada. We look forward to seeing you guys up here. My name is Matt Lee Trent. You guys have a great day, and come on up and enjoy what we call pure mountain fun. Peace out.
All right, we are back, and thank you. That Matt Lee does a great job on those, and it looks like this is, if you follow the ski, there's a few weekends of the year that are really line up to be really phenomenal conditions. This is one. So for this season, my bet would be that this is one of the best weekends you're going to have. The balance of great conditions, great weather, and as a little bit as a parent who had a couple kids go up through the race team experience and stuff at the local resorts, and then our oldest son went on to ski some in the Tahoe area. If you're trying to get your family on the snow and you think that you don't want to come up in a blizzard, you don't want to come up when the weather's bad, all the rest of that stuff, because they're going to hate it. What you want to do is have them come up in a weekend like this, where there's plenty of snow, there's plenty of coverage for obstacles underneath it, there's less risk of injury, and it is, and they're going to have a good time. And they're going to have a good time because it's sunny, relatively warm. They're not going to be as wet, they're not going to be as cold. This is one of those weekends that if you want to get your family hooked on outdoor recreation, snow sports, etc., this is going to be one of those weekends to where, if you can set the hook, they'll develop a lifelong sport and a lifelong love for it. Because lots of times the instinct is, oh, we got, there's a big, huge storm coming in. We're going to go up there and everything. It's, traffic's bad. They're going to be miserable. This is the one of those Goldilocks weekends. And if you're trying to get your family excited in it, and that we have lots of opportunities, not only in the Highway 44 corridor, and not only with Bear Valley Mountain, but also Bear Valley Adventure Company. They do a wonderful job with, if you're looking for a nice controlled area for sledding, with amenities, cross-country skiing, etc. There you go. All right. All right. Now let's roll into weather. This is the latest from the National Weather Service, and if you're not familiar with our weather page on thepinetree.net, it is arranged by altitude. And it's not the sexiest looking. We haven't adjusted it much in about 15 years, literally. It's about the same as when we started, but it works. And the reason we have it that way is that the most important thing for elevation in our area, for weather in our area, is elevation. Sometimes there is as much of a 20-degree temperature change between the upper regions of our coverage area and the lower regions. And also it can dictate all kinds of stuff, but also it makes it wonderful. So let's say you're new to our area, you do a vacation rental up the hill, etc. And the nice thing about our area, if people are a little cold, say you've been playing in the snow all day, you want to warm up, have a nice meal, etc. You drive down to Murphy's and you pick up 20 degrees. And it is, that's one of the great things about our area, being an area that has extreme elevation change over a fairly short duration. You don't like the weather where you are, drive 20 minutes and you'll get something else. All right. Let's roll through it, and here we go. This is the latest from the National Weather Service, and for basically Bear Valley, Lake Alpine, Kirkwood, Kennedy Meadows, Pinecrest, that elevation level, this is what you're looking at. All right, tonight in the high country above 6,000 feet, you're going to have a low of 27 degrees, 45 the high for tomorrow. Clear with a low of 26 degrees on Friday night, 48 degrees on Saturday, 28 for the low on Saturday night, then sunny with a high of 46 on Sunday. Just great weather for the weekend. Now this is what we're going on into the week. We started another little system coming in, partly cloudy on Monday, with a low of 25 on Monday night with mostly cloudy. But for this weekend, it is clear and gorgeous. All right, let's drop on down to mid-slope. These would be most of the mountain communities. This would be Arnold, Camp Connell, Dorrington, Big Trees Village, Big Trees State Park, on the Highway 4 corridor, Highway 108 corridor, Meewook Village, Twain Harte on the 108 side, and on the Highway 88 side, Pioneer, Barton area, that area right about there. We're looking at 40 degrees for the low tonight. So the leftover snow that's sticking around, it's not going to, we'll still get some icing in some spots. We went out to the store earlier and we had some icing out already. But for the most part, most of the area won't get the extreme cold tonight. 50 degrees and sunny tomorrow on Friday, 51 on Saturday, and 53 on Sunday. So you're not going to get any better winter weather than this. It is just going to be absolutely perfect. So if you've been on the slope, whether you're going to come up to your vacation home or come up for the weekend, or if you're a local that want to go up and enjoy the high country, the mountains, now's the time. This is the weekend. Come do it. All right. Now let's drop on down to the communities that are above the Highway 49 corridor. This is the communities that still get snow, but it doesn't stick around consistently like the elevations at 4,000 feet or so. These are the ones above the Highway 49 corridor. We kind of put these in the one, basically Murphy's, Mountain Ranch, West Point, Pine Grove, Soulsbyville, and on the upper regions of this elevation strata, Groveland on the southern end as well. 35 tonight, 56 tomorrow, 37, 58 on Saturday, and 60 and sunny on Sunday. Just perfect to go out for a bike ride, do a little bit of wine tasting. Just really, really nice stuff. And yes, you can be COVID safe and go out and have a good time as well. All right, now let's drop on down to the Highway 49 corridor. This would be for Sutter Creek, Jackson, McCollum Hill, San Andreas, Angels Camp, and Sonora. 35 degrees for the low tonight, 58, 37, 60, and 60. And so you're looking at just another perfect weather there to go take a nice drive along Highway 49, stop in at Columbia, Murphy's, Angels Camp, McCollum Hill. McCollum Hill is really nice. All right. Now let's drop on down to lake level. Copperopolis, Valley Springs, Rancho Calaveras, Ione, Lower Jamestown, and Don Pedro. If you're going to take the fishing boat out, etc. 37, 57, 58, 60 on Sunday. And what you see is, interestingly enough, you see it lots of times in the wintertime, you will see the valley influence, some of the valley fog influence, etc. on the lower elevations. And the actual temps will actually be warmer on Highway 49 or Murphy's level than you will see in just usually by a degree or two, but this you see it again this weekend as well. All right, and let's have a quick look while we're on here. This is also to show you what we've got on our weather page. In one spot, if you want to go down through what the weather you're looking at, but whatever elevation strata you're going to, and also road conditions. And there's no chain controls right now, but it does say Highway 4 open up to the closure point. Nothing on 26, which there was earlier in the week when they're just getting up to West Point. Nothing on 49, nothing on 88, 108. No chain controls up to the closure point, and 120 is closed, but no chains getting to Yosemite. All right, that is it. Just some phenomenal stuff for weather. Phenomenal stuff for weather. Now let's have a quick look at, there was one little piece we wanted to run, and let's see here. It was the COVID piece. See if we can pull that up real quick. If not, we'll just go down through some of the dashboards for Calaveras and also Tuolumne County. This will get one little PSA. There was a little PSA on from Dr. Fauci, the White House, this morning. Let's run through this one a little bit. This was just a short one, but this will be a little bit of a COVID piece while we get
What's your morning routine?
Yep.
There we
Hi,
go.
my name is Tony Fauci. I'm the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases at the National Institutes of Health and President Biden's chief medical advisor.
What's your morning routine?
Oh, I get up around 5 o'clock, shave, shower, have a little breakfast, take a quick look at the paper, scan my emails, and then head off to the NIH.
How do you vaccinate 100 million people in 100 days?
You do it by the proper distribution and the utilization of hospitals, pharmacies, community vaccine centers.
Why should I take the vaccine?
This is the most terrible pandemic of a respiratory disease that we've had in 102 years. So a vaccine not only protects you, it could protect your family and protect the community.
Did you get it?
I got the Moderna vaccine. In fact, I just got my boost, my second shot.
Do you still run every day?
I do. I used to run during the day, but now, given the intensity of the job that I have, I do that mostly in the evenings.
Who wins the NL East?
No idea.
Even after people are vaccinated, do you still have to wear a mask and social distance?
Yes, you could actually be spreading the infection even though you're not getting sick because you're vaccinated. For that reason, we ask people, even when you're vaccinated, wear a mask.
Beatles or Stones?
Beatles, for sure.
When you're not saving the world, what do you do with your downtime?
That's a great question, except I don't have any downtime. Sorry.
How long until everything's back to normal? Will we ever go to concerts again?
We will get back to some degree of normality, but that's going to depend a lot on the success we have in getting a lot of people vaccinated. The Biden administration has just put out a plan how to enhance that and facilitate that. We think it's eminently feasible to do that. You want me to do the introduction?
All right, now let's do our COVID update. Let's actually pull this. Oh, we should have had this queued before. Oh, John. There we go. We're going to start off with Calaveras County, and let's pull up the one for Tuolumne County as well. And Tuolumne County has a vaccination event. We got the press release in from Adventist Health, but it is just for Tuolumne County residents over the age of 65. They had a sign-up window yesterday, and we just got an updated one that they still have some available slots. So if you are listening to this and are watching us and you are a Tuolumne County resident, then by all means, head on, get signed up. Oh no, there we go. And they changed some of the views of these dashboards a little bit. It was like, anyway. All right, let's start off with Calaveras County. Here we are. This is a little bit of a COVID update, and they did, instead of the twice weekly press releases, now they have a ongoing running on the dashboard, and but there's some really nice things here. Okay, Calaveras County, 21,436 tests completed, total confirmed cases 1,770. There are 65 active cases, 3,520 vaccinations given, and there have been 23 deaths, and there are 3 active hospitalizations. All right. One other thing we want to look at is the trend lines. This is the new cases per day. We drop down. Look at the huge bumps. Now we get into 2021. Let's look at some of the last date stuff here. May not be out of the woods yet. There was 8 cases on 2/2. Looks like that's the last stuff in it. There was only, let's see, 6 on 131, 228 there. What was 21? There was 3 on 21. But if you look at the trend lines, look at the trend lines on this. This is, we are, really past the holiday bump. We are really starting to, it's not saying we're out of the woods yet, but it's looking significantly better, We are in the purple tier, widespread. And as most of you know, we went back to the tier monitoring ones. Alpine County is a tier below us, and so they actually started booking for Alpine County. They opened up Bear Valley Lodge for the first time this year. So they're ready, for recreational lodging for midweek, etc. There we go. All right. And cases over time. Yes, they will always go up, but 770, did they have the zip code? They did have the zip code piece. And if you're looking at, this dashboard also has the zip codes, the number of cases by zip code, and there you go. Good stuff. Okay, now let's get the one for Tuolumne County queued up, and we know we also have a press release in for Amador County. We're not going to run that. We'll have, if you want to see that one, that will be up on thepinetree.net. But let's roll in through for Tuolumne County, and let's roll there, and here we go. All right, for Tuolumne County, there have been 65,710 tests administered, 16 new cases, currently hospitalized is 5, active cases 92, and there have been 51 deaths in Tuolumne County. Tuolumne County, they start anyway. It's let's see the demographics one. And the interesting one about Tuolumne County, which has skewed some of their numbers a little bit, is the Sierra Conservation Center with the inmate population. It has skewed some of their numbers up, as you see here. And they're also breaking them out by separate categories. Inmate tests 17,572 and 1,254 inmate cases. So if you look at, roughly a third or so of those of the cases are in the correctional facility. And this one is the demographics by age group. And it's like 90 plus. They've had 35 cases of female over the age of 90. There's, over the age, so not that that's a good thing, but it's, at least there's some people in their 90s that are functional and getting tested and all the rest of that fun stuff. So anyway, all right. Okay, that is just going to do it for us for our COVID update. It is, it's a real thing. I mean, we did an interview, and you'll probably see this on public access television. We'll try to post the YouTube link to it as well. We did a couple case shows with Dr. Randy Smart does The Doctor Is In, a local TV show. And he had, in the early part of December, he and his wife and 5 people that they knew were diagnosed with COVID. And it is, and it's real, and it's, he lost a step with it. He's still trying to get back to, full fighting force. But you can tell he's 60 days out and he's still not quite back there. And one of the things that they're talking about now is there's going to be a significant number of people that have chronic problems. Maybe something along the lines of what they see in a little bit like the chronic fatigue syndrome, etc. And we don't know on that. We don't know some of the stuff, how we're going to do and some of the outcomes of it. We just don't know. All right, let's see. You know what? Let's do a little bit of, we know all the political stuff from the White House, but one thing we try to track a little bit is some of the tech news that we think will be, we track tech news because lots of times now, if you see, even with the GameStop stuff and everything this week, tech is becoming the tail that wags the dog on everything. And so let's see if we can, let's see, come on. There it is. All right, let's run into a little bit of a little bit on the markets. Markets were up today. And we're up 332 points. Ended up at 31,055. 0.86. They were up 1.03% today. All right, let's look a little bit at some of the tech headlines. Interestingly enough on this one is, for any of you, if you are just follow tech a little bit, you know that Linux and open source has really been the driving force behind a lot of the enterprise computing stuff, from Google search engines to everything else, from even Amazon's AWS. It's all driven, all delivered on top of that. Now there is a specific Linux distribution that is tailored to 5G, tailored to networks. And it's interestingly, you know, it is the networking stack and everything else. So you're going to see a lot of equipment and stuff roll out on that. And it's called Magma. All right, and looks like Samsung is considering Austin, Texas for a $17 billion chip plant. The South Korean firm said could create 1,800 jobs, according to documents filed with the Texas state officials. It would be 7 million square feet on 640 acres. Just a pretty, looks like Texas, the center of gravity for the tech industry, looks like it's slowly starting to move to Texas. All right, let's see. Biden Commerce Pick sees no reason to lift Huawei curbs. So it looks like some of the clampdown on Huawei, some of their networking stuff and everything will continue into the Biden administration. Let's see. New lens technologies from Wired to jumpstart phone cameras, called optical metasurfaces, built around this new lens. Image of the same, if not better quality as traditional lenses, and collect more light for brighter photos. So just the phone cameras will keep getting better and better and better. Remember SolarWinds, the one that took down a lot of the government, all the big huge hack? SolarWinds patches vulnerabilities that could allow full system control. Yeah, maybe that was about a year late. Also, you may have seen this in some of the traditional news. Voting technology company files $2.7 billion lawsuit against Fox News and others. This is from the New York Times. Rupert Murdoch's Fox Corporation, 3 of its popular anchors are the targets of $2.7 billion defamation suit filed on Thursday by Smartmatic, a company that became the prominent subject of discredited theories about widespread fraud in the 2020 elections. Smartmatic, an election technology company, filed a suit in New York State Supreme Court against Fox Corporation, Fox News, and the anchors Lou Dobbs, Maria Bartiromo, and Janine Pirro. As part of the same action, the company is suing Rudolph W. Giuliani and Sidney Powell, who made the case for election fraud as guests on Fox programs while representing President Donald Trump. It was a 276-page complaint. We've also seen some stuff on it that may not have as much teeth as you might think. And also, for a little bit of remote stuff we think is interesting, is SpaceX now says its Starlink satellite internet service now has over 10,000 users, and this is going to be a boon to many in rural areas, and so that is one of the really, really cool things. All right, thank you for joining us. Come on up for the weekend up. Come on up. Enjoy this just phenomenal weather. If you're local, get out, go play, because in many ways it is not going to get any better than this. This is going to be about as good as you can get for a winter. Get out and enjoy it. It is just stunningly beautiful out. It is just it's one of those we've earned it, because the last 10 days or so has just been brutal as far as power outages, all the rest of that stuff is really, really brutal. But we thank you. Thank you for joining us. Have a great weekend, and we appreciate the time you spend with us, and spend time with friends and family. Have a great weekend.